Hello. I have a problem. Charge phase missions are kind of a pain in the ass. So, let's just go ahead and put this out here. I'm gonna go ahead and just launch this mission so that you can see what I'm talking about. But let me just show you what's going on here. I have, for the past couple of weeks, been trying to find a way to pass this mission. I've done it once before, and I must have gotten really lucky because I can't seem to replicate that success. The main issue is that getting to the final room is extremely difficult. However, even if I can get to the final room, there's something far worse waiting for me there. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a run through here for a moment and show you what I'm working with here. But in doing so, I'm just going to be completely crystal clear and mention that this is me admitting defeat. In able for this series to continue on, I have to actually be putting stuff up on it. I can't just stay in limbo forever. So I think I mentioned this in the last episode. It's been too long now, I don't actually remember, but I am doing this in a very unintended fashion. The way this game's difficulty works, just very briefly, I know I've explained this before, but I'll make it quick. You're meant to play through the game on a certain difficulty, play all the way through the game, and then take the gear that you unlock in that playthrough to the next difficulty. This is a problem. This is a huge problem, actually. I kind of need to get away. I think I already failed. I'm taking you down with me. Yeah, anyway. So look at the minimap. That's hurdle number 1. I can get past that spot maybe 1 every 10 tries. I cannot beat this because I don't have the equipment or the armor level to be able to do this. And that's why it's been so long since the last episode of this has come out. I even tried to do this in like just recording the game and then do post commentary over these missions afterwards. Just trying to grind out attempts and try to get past these missions, but I cannot freaking do it. So I mentioned in the last episode too, I do remember that I definitely said this, that I might have to change how I do this playthrough a little bit. Because I'm doing this the unintended format, it might be better to go ahead and switch to a more intended format at this point and try to play through this game on a lower difficulty and then come back and do the other ones on hardest difficulty. I know that kind of means that I've officially failed this challenge run, because this entire challenge run was to start from a fresh character and get all the way up through the entire game on hardest difficulty without having to turn the difficulty down. So I guess that means run over. But people are having so much fun watching this game that I certainly don't mind playing through it all anyway. And then we can come back and try to do the hardest difficulties at some point in the future if we want to. We don't have to. There is unique enemy spawns in these missions on hardest difficulty. Things that do not spawn on hard difficulty or lower. I wouldn't mind being able to show you that stuff. And I'd also like to see if I can finish this entire game on hardest difficulty regardless. But for the sake of this playthrough and to keep things moving along, we're just gonna go ahead and have to turn down the difficulty. There's just not really a way around this, unfortunately. So I'm gonna try on hard difficulty, but since we're doing more of a casual playthrough at this point, I might turn it down to normal if I need to, just for enjoyment's sake. But we will do a heck of a lot less damage to ourselves at this point. Things will die a heck of a lot faster, and the big scaries that spawn in the final room won't be here, so we'll see. Ow. I'm still blowing myself up though. So since I'm kind of talking over the dialogue there, the whole reason why we're down here is because the queen is down here somewhere, or one of the queens. However, for some strange reason, I've made this criticism before, we're alone. I don't understand why sometimes we're a lone wolf and other times we're actually with a military group. I feel like the whole game could have been made a lot better if the solo missions were also with a group. I mean, I might only be speaking for myself here, but that's kind of the appeal to me anyway, is being a soldier in this large group of soldiers trying to fight back against an alien invasion. If I wanted to do the lone gun thing, I would have just put in Tom Clancy's or something. But yeah, things are dying way faster right now, so we might be okay on hard difficulty. And then we can just circle back and do the hardest if we really care that much. Ooh! Oops. It's fine. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'm working up my rocket tolerance. I'm already noticing that there's like no reds. He's just running laps. feel like I just interrupted his cardio. That's kind of me being evil. Am I the monster? I mean, one could argue from an evolutionary standpoint that this is just nature taking its course, right? Survival of the fittest. The giant bugs are more fit. Unless that be the case for a little while until humanity finally has the really stupid idea to try to transfer consciousness into a machine and we all start walking around as robots with modular bodies and Gatling gun attachments for arms. Well, there's the Crimson Ants. Speaking of metal bodies and arm attachments, apparently Cyberpunk 2077 is actually a heck of a lot better these days. The freaking game plus the DLC is like $90, so don't think I'm going to be buying that anytime soon, but that might make an interesting playthrough at some point. Hi, please don't. I don't want that. Of course, I was like 3 seconds away from picking up the whole Witcher collection too, because I think those would make interesting games. I didn't. I'm not made of money. I can't be doing stuff like that right now. Hello.
It feels like enemies close. Hey, storm team, follow me.
Now you might think that these guys would alleviate the hardest difficulty problem that I was having, but the problem is that they kind of suck, to put it lightly. They'll do okay in this part of the mission, but when we get to the big scary room, they just get overwhelmed and then they're completely useless. Even with the mods that give them practically infinite health. Which, by the way, if you're new to this series, this is partially modded. A full list of my mods that I'm using can be found in my Discord. That's right, I'm a self-promoter now. Nobody should be surprised. Can we stop being like, oh, shameless self-plug? Duh, of course. How else is your stuff gonna get plugged? Alright, here we go. This room is a little bit scary on hardest. None of this has been scary on hard though, so I guess we'll see. Now, in this spot on hardest difficulty, black ants start showing up too. Or deep crimson, actually. I think in the last episode I mentioned that they didn't look like they were dark red to me. They looked more like they were black. But there was somebody in the comments that was like, oh, they look dark red to me, so it must just be me. But yeah, there's dark crimson ants in this room on hardest difficulty. We would not be anywhere close to done with this room right now if that was the difficulty we're playing on. I'm sick and tired of saying the word difficulty. I'm gonna stop saying it now. Oh, they're bunching up nicely on hard difficulty. I said I was gonna stop saying that word.
There are too many. It's never ending. I will protect my family.
But right here on hardest hardness, there is our first introduction to gold and silver ants in this room, and they are extremely lethal. Like, more so than I thought they'd be. Like, at my armor rating right now, over 1300 health, a golden ant can one-shot me. And the silver ones may as well too. It's also worth mentioning that on the harder hardnesses, it's not even like they just replace certain enemies with harder variants. No, they spawn the normal variants too, and then also additional harder units. So yeah, the swarm counts, they're even larger. Wow, that's a lot of chunky spider bits.
This underground adventure thing is kind of thrilling. Stop freaking me out. Almost crapped my pants.
Okay. Alright, so we're approaching the final room, and this is the room that's an absolute nightmare on the hardest setting. I have no idea how scary this room is going to be. Alright, I'm looking at that mini-map, and I'm thinking that this is still going to be hell. Look how many there are. Oh my goodness. Alright. Merry Christmas in January. Oh, there they are. Okay. All right. This is still hell. Yeah, beat it. Go away. Oh my goodness. Oof. Yeah, so picture this, but half the ants are gold or silver. You can understand why, despite dozens and dozens and dozens of attempts, I have not been able to get past this. Oh my goodness, there's still so many. Alright, reload. This is a perfect place to use this. Come on. That thinned it out quite a bit.
Yes, sir.
I need you to go away. Please stop trying to scoop up my buddies.
Understood.
Jeez.
I'm out of bullets. Back me up. Let's talk about this later. Getting rid of this many bugs is going to be possibly. Clear. Storm team.
Goodness.
Good as we expected.
Okay, that felt like a dagger, considering I had to lower the difficulty to get through this mission. Alright, but you know what? If that's what we have to do to get through this and keep the series going, then that's just what we'll do. So if you look at the difficulty medals, I did manage to get through this on hardest difficulty once before. All the other phases after that, I have been unable to complete on pretty much any difficult. I'm actually surprised that one's completed on normal. Also, I went all the way down through here because I was trying to get to blue fighters. And then there was I could swear there's one after that that's another good farming level. As you can see, all of these are normal difficulty completed. I was trying to get to them so that I could farm for better equipment and then try these missions on hardest difficulty again. But the Blue Fighters one was not satisfying my need for gear. And I was noticing that I was practically playing through the entire freaking game without you guys at that point. So I decided to just stop and lower the difficulty. So let's go ahead and try this one on hard. We'll see if we can get past this. Oh, shoot. This is the tunnels. We are alone again, by the way. And we are absolutely, completely surrounded. No, go away. Beat it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we're gonna make it. Okay, hold on. Don't pick that up. Just leave that on the ground in front of me. Oh, this would be so much better if I had my explosives. Okay, go ahead. Full volley, that direction. Full volley, that direction. That's fine. Get up. Stop tumbling. Get up. Just back up. We should be fine. Unless the spider corpse stops me from moving. There we go.
Storm team, what's going on?
Okay. Even with better equipment, I don't know how the heck you're supposed to survive this on hardest difficulty. I really don't. Because the thing is, this game does have a co-op mode, but the co-op missions are separate from the single missions, so they expect you to do this alone somehow.
Support is on the way. Don't give up.
Yeah, about that. I'm currently being overwhelmed. Okay, thank goodness, that's what I was hoping for. Health pickup. And they're down. You're down. Come here, I saw you. But yeah, there's one left, and that's pretty much the whole mission. Some crazy reason they drop you in here completely alone to try to survive against all of that. My question is, if we were just in a squad at the end of the last mission, what happened to them? Food for thought, just, you know. Alright, charge phase 3. I can't remember if we start this one alone or not. But this is a lawn mission.
This is Ranger 25. 3 minutes.
Okay, no.
Ranger 25.
Well, technically yes, but there's a squad right here, so. I'm here. Hello.
Join them.
Thank God you're here.
Alright, we're just gonna use this tunnel as a choke point, because why not? May as well. Looks like it's just grays. Bye-bye. See you later. Toodaloo. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. Goodbye. Goodness, I can't even advance because they blocked the tunnel. Oh, okay. Well. Ow. Oh my goodness, what's going on out here? Well, I guess it's a wing diver squadron that's out here. There's a wing diver weapons. Hello. Oh my goodness, there's a freaking battalion in here. Okay. You know you can't shoot through a solid wall. The heck? What is happening? Oh. I have no idea what's happening. Just keep holding the trigger, I guess. I think I got scooped. I did. Pick a direction and hold the trigger, I guess. Oh my goodness. I can't even tell what's happening. Reload, 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 reload. I'm at least going to try to get back in this corner so that all of the enemies are in front of me. Okay, there we go. Somehow survived that. Oh my goodness. That's the Queen's attack, by the way. There she is. Ooh, very, very big. Very big. Please go away. Hello. Okay, she's down. Is there another one? Oh my goodness. Hello. You're terrifying. There's 2 of them. Alright, so yeah, there you go. We're through the charge phases. Again, just to reiterate for emphasis, we can come back and do the hardest ones, but this is technically challenge failed because I did not get through all of the missions on hardest difficulty with a fresh character. But you know what? That's fine. Whatever. Tried a few different things to try to mitigate it, but you know, if I just couldn't do it, then I just couldn't do it. But again, people seem to like this game enough. They want to see it. They want to see where it goes, how the story ends and stuff. So we'll just go ahead and play through it on hard difficulty now, apparently. And I still want to know if I can make it through the entire mission or the entire game on hardest difficulty. So I will most likely go ahead and keep trying that as well after I get better gear and stuff. I don't know if I'll do that on stream, probably. I'd probably do it on stream, to be totally honest. But yeah, so that's it for this one. Like and share the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more. Check out my Ko-Fi and Patreon in the description below if you want to see the incentives. They're pretty cool. I just hope that you have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.